Yeah, I think most people, they're looking for strategies to be happy. And while I think happiness is important, I think it can't be the only goal. Because, what happens is that if we strive all the time just to be happy, then we're missing out on the informational value, right, of frustration, anxiety, and stress. So to me, it's more about a balance of emotion. And I do feel strongly that we want to experience more pleasant emotions than unpleasant ones in life, but we don't want to get rid of the negative ones. When I was thinking about writing a book on emotional intelligence, actually do I call it emotional intelligence? And I was like, I don't think so. There's something deeper that I think we have to get to before we learn about emotional intelligence. And I think it's what I call permission to feel. And so my first, hope is that we create a world where people have the permission to feel all emotions, where they feel safe and valued and capable, of doing that. And then I think we need to become curious explorers of our feelings. I call that being an emotion scientist versus an emotion judge. So wanting to get critical, am I feeling angry or am I just irritated? Am I jealous or am I envious? Am I stressed or am I overwhelmed? And then we have to become skilled. Emotional intelligence is about using our emotions wisely. So I call those skills the ruler skills, and there are 5. Recognizing emotions in ourself and other, understanding the causes and consequences of our emotions, labeling our feelings precisely, knowing how and when to express our feelings, and having the strategies to regulate them, and that's ruler. Yeah, I think most people, they're looking for strategies to be happy. And while I think happiness is important, I think it can't be the only goal. Because, what happens is that if we strive all the time just to be happy, then we're missing out on the informational value, right, of frustration, anxiety, and stress. So to me, it's more about a balance of emotion. And I do feel strongly that we want to experience more pleasant emotions than unpleasant ones in life, but we don't want to get rid of the negative ones. Yeah, and also I think that we're more complex than we give ourselves credit for. So like people always say, well, how are you feeling, Mark, during the pandemic? I'm like, really anxious.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of uncertainty out here. And but I'm also feeling optimistic and hopeful and content and happy certain days. So we can, our bodies and brains can handle more than one feeling at a time. To be honest with you, everything that's happened this year has made me even more passionate about the work, that our center does. And so it made me realize even more so how unprepared we were to support ourselves and others. And what we have found was the number one feeling is anxiety. We've got to find creative ways to help people, experience more pleasant emotions in these really horrific times. One of our signature tools, as you can see behind me, is the mood meter, el medidor emocional. And that is our tool for building self-awareness. Actually, in my book, I have this, the cheat sheet, everybody can see, which is you get your first 100 words to talk about your feelings. And so a big part of Ruler is embedding these tools. So one of them is called the Emotional Intelligence Charter, which is, all right, we know how we're feeling. We would collect all of the feelings that teachers say they want to feel, and then we'd have conversations around, okay, what are we going to do to feel more alive? What does that mean to feel alive? What are we going to do? What are we going to say to each other every day to feel more of that? Mm-hmm. Then the mood meter is self-awareness. How am I feeling? How are you feeling specifically? What are my strategies? We've got other tools we call the meta moment. which is how to be your best self and deal with those things that activate you.
Yeah.
And so we teach people how to manage those difficult moments and those triggers, and then tools to be better at perspective taking and interpersonal problems, real essential skills, that we need, that are above and beyond the academic skills that most people focus on in schools. When we're activated, we don't really think about others. And so, and also when we fail, we tend to be like self-righteous. And I think so much of, yes, my book is called Permission to Feel, but we also got to give ourselves permission to fail and apologize and ask for forgiveness and try to move on, because otherwise, my goodness, we're just going to be like this all the time.
Really
Thank you. I'm going to give you the magic dust of, I grant you now the permission to feel all emotions.
Yes!
Thank you.